You can ask AI to write me an ad, and it will, but you will get the same generic headlines that your competitor will also be running. Today, I'll show you how to use AI as a research assistant that turns real customer language into ad angles, hooks, an idea that you can test this week already. By the end of this video, you will know how to find real customer language, how to turn them into winning angles and hooks, and be 100% sure that whatever you will run will have high probability of winning. Organize them into a simple system and set up a quick test to launch. Plus, you will get 4 copy-ready AI prompts that you can paste and test right away. If you guys don't know me yet, I'm Aazar. I run an agency called The Performers. I help brands with health, tech, education, and app brands, as well as lead gen services who are able to bring the cost down as well as scale efficiently with my creative testing framework and psychology-led ads that you can copy. We've managed more than 50 million in ad spend, growing brands 2x or 3x, as well as working with some amazing brands like Synthesis, HelloFresh, and others, especially lead gen brands who are really growing fast. You can look at case study here. And if you want more content like this, just subscribe to the newsletter or visit theperformers.io. Okay, let's get back into it. First thing first, AI is not a strategist, it's a research assistant. Most teams start with the output. We start with the inputs because AI simplifies what you feed it. If your inputs are vague, your ads will be vague. If your inputs are real customer language, your ads will feel like mind reading. And the reason why this matters is because ads win based on the reflection of what customers are already thinking or feeling. Your job is to collect the language and then ask AI to cluster it, label it, arrange it in a way that you can actually take actual feedback and turn it into real customers' insight, which turns into real ads. So essentially what you have to do is you have to give it real reviews, right? You have to give call notes, you have to give Reddit threads, support tickets, competitor page, and most importantly, self-talk. Self-talk is really important because you want to know why you really believe in this product as well. Then you can use AI to arrange it into clustering, labeling, summarizing, and pattern finding. All of these things AI can do a better job at. And the outputs will be angles, hooks, ideas, and scripts, as well as headline, whatever you like for AI to give you that. We will use exact 4 prompts that you can copy from this video, put it into ChatGPT, and voila, you will find the ads inside that you need to turn into winning ads, as well as angles and hooks. But there is something you gotta know before that. So we're gonna get into that just now. The next step is setting the research. Before you go mine anything, define the job your product is hired for, who it is for, and what would stop them from buying. Keep it one page. Let me show you what I mean. What you have to do is you have to have all the reviews and all the inputs in one page. So these are my inputs. You can see this, and you have to turn them into these specific elements. So like, what is a product, right? So we have called a chai called heirloom chai. What's the jobs to be done of the product? Basically, it's for giving energy boost, flavored hot beverage, and most importantly, authentic masala chai that most people are hiring us for. Then we have ICP. So like, we know that most of our audience is 45 to 65 because they want healthy tea and they're looking for clean energy as an alternative other than coffee. People who are interested in wellness and organic products because they're taking care of their health, and they are busy professionals, so they just want simple things. You have to then turn into primary pains. What are the actual pains? So for example, I'm a huge black tea drinker, and although I'm not in the audience, but like this is a common problem in all the chai brands, is like all the chai tastes bitter until you really have to have sugar or honey in it. So that's like a biggest pain point we try to solve with this, and especially that turns into flavor and everything. So we have like these as the pain points, like store-bought chai lattes are expensive or too much sugar in it, coffee causes jitters, difficulty in sweetness. Then we have desired outcomes, like people want quick and easy, people want clean energy, people want to not worry about too much preparation. Black chai that's also healthy for my body is like really something that people are thinking. And then we answer objections. You have to add all the objections, price, why people are going to switch to you, trust, time, risk factor, as well as like proof of assets. These are all our research document. What are the constraints? So you have to write this whole document, right? So for example, we also try to add like what certifications we have, medical claims, product integrity. So like these are all really important to give to AI. And once you create this document, only then you can start. Once you've done the research, there's really most important thing that will help your ad concept angles win, and that is gap analysis. Let me tell you how to run this gap analysis to really figure it out. What is going to be your next angle and hook based on those insights and inputs. So what is actually gap analysis? The gap analysis is basically finding out what concepts are winning and what concepts have not won, and then figure out what concept could win, right? And you have at least 100% confidence as an ad marketer or a creative strategist that this is going to be the next winner, so I'm not losing any budget or money to it. So we have these two headlines for this chai. We know that people are in the healthy aging fever and they don't like sugar. So these are two concepts winning. You can see it on the ad here. And so we try to figure out like what concept would be winning. So we tried clean energy already, did not win. We tried ready in 2 minutes, convenience angle, did not win. What's working is sugar, and then we have to find more concepts. So I have not done the full analysis, but I'm going to go through with you in this video to work on this brand as an example to give you ideas. So assuming that you have found out what ads and concepts are winning, which formats are winning, which formats and ads are not winning, and now you exactly know that you have new insights that you have to work on, and those are going to be the new winners. Where to find those insights? That's the next section about. Where do you really find insights in code? So for me, the number one place is Reddit. And usually people now use answers.reddit to find answers quickly. We should definitely use that. But what I found out is that you have to really read all the comments underneath it to really figure out what people are talking. For example, this chai brand, this was very interesting. The one downside of drinking black tea, drank way too much of black tea. So I searched for black tea and I found out all these insights that I could use in my ads. Look for Reddit for insights. That's the key insight. The second one that most people ignore because they just go to Reddit because everybody talked about it. And this is obvious. Reddit is the gold mine. ChatGPT stopped using it, but we should not for our insights. Add comments. So for example, this is my chai brand and most people say they love chai. They say it's delicious, but then like how much caffeine is in it? We did not talk about it. And so we can use that as an angle. Then we have, are there any sweeteners at all? So we don't talk about no sugar at all. And that is, we said indulge without sugar and still people are asking for sweeteners. So like there's something missing that we should add in our ad as a concept to talk about it. Does this come caffeine free? So they're looking for caffeine free ads. Great for us. We have one. All these are raw insight that can turn into real ads. Most marketers miss this. Here's an example. This is an ad that I have. Example of the research from ad comments. You can see here. Let's watch the video together. So this is my other brand for baby product, and here what you will see is that my baby is watching Mrs. Rachel, and I actually found Mrs. Rachel. She's very popular in baby market, and like there are a lot of people are talking about what other shows they make people watch. So there was this ad back then I found from comments, and since then this ad, this concept of TV and TV shows are winners, and they're spending like 500,000 or 800,000 so far in the last 3 months, and that is because we figured out that in the comments somebody was talking about it, that if your baby is bored, make them watch TV, these are the shows, right? And then we took that angle and we made a lot of different versions out of it. Comments are really powerful. Most people don't read it. You should. So where do you find the next? The second thing is when you find more insights is from competitor ads, social comments. So I actually, T-Box is my indirect competitor, and I looked at their T-Box Reddit review. Somebody had a really bad time using T-Box, and then there was like just bought two, one for myself, one for gift. So we can use this as an ad angle. I'm interested in decaffeinated tea, and have not used this word for decaffeinated tea. So this is a really good insight that I could use for my ads, and should actually use this for my other tea product line. Then somebody's talking about vegan friendly, please, are they sweet? So like just looking at competitors because they come on my timeline, you should actually spend 30 minutes at least once a week to find what are the competitors ads you're seeing and what comments are there. Not just only look at ads, look at the comments. That's the most important thing. Okay, let's go next. This was really important. I looked at competitor landing page and you want to copy that page, but there are really gems inside that you can use for ad angles as well. So for example, we have not used antioxidant as an angle that we could use. Then we have natural caffeine we have not talked about. Freshness we have not talked about. And then they're also going after Starbucks, which has a lot of these problems, powered syrup that we could use as an enemy as well, but we have never. So once you are not just looking at Facebook ads for them, but also look at landing page and what other angles that you can find. And then you can feed that information. Let's look at like a couple of the Reddit threads. Do you think, so you can use these, like I'm just going to analyze a Reddit thread in front of you so you can understand. Do you think green and black tea have any actual benefits? So these insights are really interesting to me. You can see like there are a lot of specific chemicals that we can talk about if people are aware of those chemicals that can decrease inflammation. I've never talked about this. Really good insight. Like then there's like, let's go further. There are a lot of evidence of different teas. I have not used this at all actually. I think people are just going to use answer.reddit and get done with it. But actually this is the real gold here. And I think you can use these insights, and I'm going to use this for mine to train my AI to actually make really good content out of it. So basically, just look at the reviews. This will be interesting. For me, it was like using this chemical would be interested, antioxidant angle was increasing, decreasing inflammation is interesting. So use these. I can train AI to actually help me with this as well. So you find all these things, I put it in one doc. Let's go next. Now we turn raw text into angles and hooks through these AI prompts. These are the 5 AI prompts. AI prompt number 1, to synthesize all the research. Prompt A, this is a screenshot moment, take the screenshot. I will quickly show you how I did it in ChatGPT and what insights I found. But basically, this is the copy AI workflow to synthesize angles and script. This is the most important element, quotes, paste quotes here. So you really know real customer insight, especially those Reddit threads and comments, everything in there. Then you have AI workflow to synthesize research into angles, and then use this prompt from the cluster exact 25 short punchy phrases. These punchy phrases are actually customer language that you have to use, right? And the third one is angle buckets. Then you will turn those into multiple buckets like problem solution, outcome focus, social proof. All of these are like will be bucketing through AI, and then you will eventually get something powerful to use. And then the last one is generate hook lines and map it into funnel stages. And you can try different funnel stages as well. Let's look into it. So I have this chat GPT that I did it already, but I have not looked at the insight. So I gave it to my 2 winning ads. I gave all the reviews that I needed. I didn't use that comments because I already have like a couple of additional angles that I can use. Here is the first prompt. I use this, right? And then I said, okay, here's what heirloom pain desires and objections are. Too much dependent on coffee or soda. I need something that's warm and energetic without the crash. Sleep and restlessness. I wanted to finally sleep. So this is a glow chai. I can move on from it. Then we have flavor disappointment. So a lot of people are really disappointed with flavor. I was trying different brands. So I have to say this is a really good insight that I can use. I have used rich flavor, but I've never talked about disappointment from other flavors. And that is like one good insight. Then we have ritual and comfort, health and clean. I care about what goes in my body. Oh, this is interesting. I'm so thankful I found a great company that uses fine ingredients, great flavor, zero sugar. Not used this enough as well. So, I mean, we did use zero sugar, but we have not talked about low caffeine. So now I have already found 2 of them. Then it says ease and versatility. We've used that. Then we have turned them into objections. So we have like new to chai and familiar chai, sugar freed out. So we can actually get into objection handling. It's amazing, too complicated. To brew, we have a really good, easy way to do it. And then I gave this another one. And I gave them who's my SAP from my research doc. And then they turned into multiple different concepts as well. And what eventually then I did was the third one from those add different short punchy phrases. And then it gave me those phrases. So the most interesting was like, for me was, it seems it's really helped my reflexes. I've not talked about age digestion. That's a really good concept as well. Not full of sugar, so many other chai mixes. So like so many other chai mixes. So like it is not with sugar. That's where we're going after. It's a perfect ratio of spices. We've not tried that concept as well. Desire, drinking tea is like a warm hug. Zero sugar, low caffeine. We already talked about it. So we got a lot of them, and then we turned them into different buckets, right? And then here's what we found out. Problem, solution, angle. I was so soda junkie. Now I wake up every morning with this. Can't drink coffee anymore. This is a really good one. And then headlines, quit coffee, not comfort, your morning ritual, full flavor, no crash. I think this is really interesting. We've tried clean energy without jitters, but not full flavor. This could be interesting. A real chai flavor, zero hassle. From cup to calm in 60 seconds. That's also really good. So yeah, you have to keep working with AI. And then I asked, okay, generate 10 hook headlines, and it gave me 10 hook headlines from the funnels. So I think eventually what I found out was that every chai is weak or too sweet. I could use that as an angle. Low caffeine, I've not talked about that as an angle. I didn't think sugar-free tastes so good. This was so good. So these are 3 angles I would definitely take, plus the research that I did, and I will make new ads out of it. This is what AI can do for you. Really synthesizing and labeling and clustering it in the right way. Let's go next. So your job is not done already. So you found all the insight. I told you I have these 3 insights, and now how do I make them work really well for me? That is very important. So I actually have a creative testing plan that I want to show you eventually. I actually turn them into this specific. Like you have columns, code, themes, angles, funnel stages, hook ideas, proof assets. Then like where the source come from, or theme, pain, funnel. I have much simpler one that I use, but you can use this for your own Excel spreadsheet to really get into the multiple versions. I'll show you quickly mine, how I use it. The point is like I use these and I really make it work. These are the columns that I use. So like for example, content type. So like what I do is like I say what content type I'm doing, static, month, ad format, concept. Here you will write whatever you want to write as something that you found out as interesting and what angles you're going after. What I testing, briefs. Then you have deliverables. What did we learn? Hypothesis, backed by. So we did a lot of market. This is an actual customer that we used for. And then what won, what did not win, what was a CAC. And all of these things are really interesting and very creative. So this is what I use actually in real life as well. So you can use this, and this is even better because then you can add more data. Because once you add more data from different prompts, what will happen is that you will have a proper structure and system. That is an ad operating system that you need to actually really track everything, so you know what won or what did not win. Don't rely on just your ads manager and analytics tool. You really need to know what's winning and what's not winning. So that was that. So now you found out what angles you're going to run, and you found out what hooks you're going to run, what scripts you're going to run. Like now you have to turn them into ads, right? And so the easiest way to turn them into ads is to turn them into image ads. We're going to look at that next, and I'm going to show you winning ads that are actually working, not just some fluffy YouTube video that you must have seen that talk about, hey, you should steal these formats. Actually, these formats work for me, and you can actually steal it. Here are all the formats. The format number one is actually us versus them. And most people use before and after, but for us versus them works really well. What you should do is use us versus them, especially when we now talk about the indulge without sugar. We can always use other competitors. People didn't find the spices right really good versus ours, but the perfect blend we had, that we can use us versus them. And then we can talk about how our chai taste is tastier than other chai, how Starbucks coffee is too syrupy and ours is not. So I think that would work really well. That one format. The other format is vintage format. It's a format which especially works for 40+ audience who really like long text, and this works for us. I'm going to use that for our chai brand. Actually, one of the format is winning something like this. I'm going to run billboard ads. Billboard ads work really well for us as well. You should definitely steal that and use those concepts. For example, which we found out was that low caffeine angle I can use billboard for a lot of message testing as well. We have a newsletter or magazine format that works really well. This is a different one than you actually see in your other creative tools, but because this works really well for us. We also have a format that works really well is a Venn diagram ad, because it's simple. You can tell 3 benefits or 2 benefits, and it just gets it to people really fast within a couple of seconds, like not even a couple of, within 1 second what they get if they read fast. So that works really well. And then the press screenshot. And you can actually, if you see here, what we did was we added baby mail instead of daily mail. You can always play around those words and have your own headlines and own logo out of it, which works really well because then people don't know it's a fake screenshot. These work really well, so I'm going to use these for my brand and run especially for the black tea based on the insights. And yeah, let's go next. So how will you actually test it? So what I will do is I will have max 3 angles. For me, it was sugar, low caffeine, other spices, 2 formats, pick 2 formats out of these and then turn them into different hooks and then turn into 12 cells and then run those as examples. Based on that, what you can do is click-through rate if it's above 1%, at least above your benchmark, then it's a good ad, right? Hold rate, hook rates, especially 30%, hold rate above 10% is really important if you're running on the video. Could be your CPL target or CAC target. And that is the most important metric to watch. Everything else of metrics are guiding path, but not the real teller if the ad is good or not. So the secondary metric that you can look at comparing which your current winners versus the new test is cost per landing page, cost per value, add to cart. All of these things are important. Your funnel pages, that will help you. And here how you can kill an ad. Number one thing is actually you can kill an ad through, if they've spent 3x of the budget, so if you've run it for 3 days, have the same CAC and it's no results, kill it. If you have 5x of the budget and a very low ROAS and cost per lead or cost per acquisition, kill it. And the third thing is keep it running if it's performing well, which means that it's actually giving you better conversions. And that's where you really turn those AI ads, angles and hooks into real insights. The last thing is that I want to tell you that whatever the codes that I just shared, they were real customer codes. I actually used it from my reviews and my post-purchase funnel. Use those screenshots as a source to actually give it to AI. Watch AI's hallucination, because sometimes it hallucinates. It gives you very shitty language and you have to really edit it. Right now, we are in the world where the power of a human in the AI world is to actually vet and edit whatever is coming out of it. So spend more time on that. Keep claims conservative, which means that don't make too outrageous claims which you can't fulfill. And document your sources, where you exactly found it. For me, it was ad comments, Reddit, as well as competitor landing pages and ads. That was really insightful, and as well as my customer reviews, which was the most important factor to find those angles and hooks. Once you find those angles and hooks and formats that I've just shared with you, I've given you 6 formats, right? Try those working really well, and then hopefully you will find new winners with AI. This is how you can 100% be confident on your ads when you are actually doing the gap analysis and also finding the new way of saying the same message but in a different format and different angle. They will work for you. So now you have the mindset, brief, research prompts, operating system, formats, angles to test this week. Doing all of this can feel a lot, but start small. First, do the research, really figure out, you find new angles from those research and paste it into one document, and then go from there. That's normal. So if you feel stuck and unable to scale, you should feel free to reach out to me, the agency, the performers. You can see the link on the right side. We actually do this for 8, 9, and 7-figure brands in lead gen, health, tech, and especially brands who have really scaled, such as HelloFresh and others. We have helped a lot of brands to scale with our frameworks as well as in-depth research and a proven playbook. So there must be a link somewhere down. You can just book a call. Most importantly, use this AI research framework that I applied just from this call and do your gap analysis. And if you like this video, just give it a like or comment, whatever you like, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.